Hey guys, good morning. Today I'll be giving you a review of my Hifiman HE-560 headphones. They've been out for a while, and a lot of people are purchasing this on online, and there's huge threads on HeadFi about this headphone. So I'll just cover some, I guess, my opinion about this headphone because again, sound is subjective, so everybody will have a different opinion about these headphones. So I will just give you my thoughts on this headphone and if it's a good purchase or not. So this unit retails for $8.99 US dollars. Recently they've released a new version and it is a little bit lower in price, I believe. Well, I guess the earlier versions are cheaper now. They're going for $6.99 and the newer ones are going for $8.99. So let's take a look at this here. So according to Hifiman, this is a 50 ohm headphone. I guess some people have the 35 ohm version. I believe there's two of them. I believe the one I have is 50 ohms. I haven't measured the resistance myself, but I believe it to be. Also, they're not, even with the 50 ohm resistance, they do need a lot of power to sound good. There's a lot of amps that will power these headphones, but for them to sound good, you need something that has a bit more power. So let's take a look at this headphone here. So the build quality for $8.99, I would say it's not the best, but it's good. It's good, but it could be better. I think this build quality is something you would expect from $500 headphones. So let me take them off the stand here. Okay, there we go. So let's start with the ear cups first. So the ear cups, obviously, since this is not a portable headphone, you really can't fold it. However, the ear cups now swivel. And let me swivel them for you. And there we go. So the ear cups do swivel, and you can lay them flat now. And the swivel motion is very nice. It's very smooth, so no problems there. There we go. Inside the headphone, I guess on the inside, you have your markings there for right hand side, left hand side, and then on the top you have, for the headphone adjustment, you have these notches that tells you, how much headroom you have for the headband to be moved around. There we go. On the top we have this other this headband that moves up and down. I do like this style quite a bit because the headband and the notches work well together, and the headphone is securely locked in one position. You have to put a lot of force on this thing to move it. There we go. They do look nice, however, when you're wearing them, they kind of look goofy, I guess you can say. Okay. So the headphone design is open back, obviously, meaning that they do allow internal sounds to come in, and whatever you're listening to will be leaking out, so other people can hear you and you can hear them. I actually find that useful. I do use these in the office at a very low volume, so if somebody comes up and starts talking to me, I hear them. I can hear them with even some music playing. However, I do take them off because it's not polite to talk to people while you're listening to music, so I do take them off. But I think it's a benefit. Okay, so the ear pads themselves, they are replaceable. The inside of the ear pad is this foam material, and the material outside here is some, I believe it's pleather, so it's not real leather, but it's pleather. And the ear cups themselves are made of wood. This hinge here, this is plastic. However, it's a very nice quality hinge, or mechanism is very nice quality. One issue that I do have with this headphone, let me put this back. So one issue that I do have with this headphone is this locking mechanism. So if you notice that this mechanism here has some threads. So the wire that Hifiman gives you, and let me grab that. So the wire that Hifiman gives you is a 6 feet wire. It terminates in a quarter, 1/4 inch termination jack. This connector here, it feels really heavy duty. I do wish it was, it felt that it was of a higher quality. But, Hifiman will get a pass on this since I do own some Odysseys and the material looks the same, even though those headphones cost around, $1,500. So this is your headphone. So this will go in your headphone amp output. And then you have these little connectors that connect the headphone with the wire. Now this is where my problem is with this headphone. These wires are marked. They are nice quality. However, to connect the headphone and this wire together, the process is not very simple. It's not just as plugging in the wire. You have to put the connector with the headphone. Obviously I can't do it right now. You need 2 hands for it. And then you have to, once it's in there, you have to screw this clip on. And sometimes it will clip on in your first try. Sometimes it takes a couple of tries. So it's not the most pleasant way of attaching this wire to the headphone. Yes. So for amplification, I use 2 amps. Well, I have 3 amps. I will be getting another one soon. But if you look in the back here, I have a JDS Labs element, which is rated at 1 watt at 32 ohms. And then I have this little thing here from iFi. This is the iFi iMicro IDST. And this is what I prefer using to drive these headphones. If you look in the manual for this device here, it has, and I think I will be doing a review on this because this is a very special device. It does a lot of things very, very well at $499. So this is an amazing value. So I'll be doing a review of this separately. But if you look over here, this red button, this is actually a gain level, I guess you can say, gain level adjuster. So I'll have to consult the manual again, but the red button here, this increases the power of this unit, the power output of this unit. And at the highest level setting, which I have it at right now, it does about 4 watts at 16 ohm resistance. So I'm assuming, I mean, I am an electrical engineering student, so I think I could figure it out how much it would be doing for this 50 ohm headset, but my estimate would be somewhere above 2 watts are being fed to the HE-560s in this mode here at 50 ohm resistance. Sound quality of this headphone. Okay, so again, sound is very subjective. People have different preferences of what they like in sound. I tend to be on the more neutral side of sound and prefer treble more than bass. For some reason, bassy headphones. I do enjoy bass, but they give me a headache after a while. So my preference then goes towards neutrality, where the bass is not anemic, and it is there, but not. It's not overflowing with bass like some other headphones. I used to have V mode. V mode. I believe they were the M100s with a lot of bass, and I ended up returning them because it was just not pleasant for me to use them. But back to these headphones, I do believe the bass. So this headphone does not exceed in anything specific, but it does everything really well. It's not a master of bass, treble, or mids, but it does produce all of those really, really, really well. The highs are very good on this headphone, very good. However, the soundstage of this headphone is not as large as something like, let's say, the HE6 from Hifiman, the Philips Fidelio X1. I own both of those devices, so I'm able to compare this directly with those two headphones. But it is like the soundstage, I would say, because soundstage is also related with the treble and the mids quite a bit. So the soundstage is not very large, but it is it stays between your ears. It doesn't sound like the audio is coming outside of your head. It still presents the sound in a way where it seems like you're sitting pretty close to the sound source. Okay. So if the highs are the high point of this headphone, in my eyes, the low point of this headphone is the mids. I believe maybe the mids need a little bit of increase, maybe three decibel increase, or maybe even 1.5 decibel increase. To me, I think they're very neutral, but I do feel like if they are raised a little bit, it would be beneficial for this headphone. Yes, and again, the separation is very good between the mids, the highs, and the lows. But when you're listening to a song, it all comes together very nicely. So nothing taken off there. The bass. Now the bass is very interesting on these headphones. For somebody who is a bass head, or I guess they prefer bassy headphones, they might think that these headphones lack the bass, but these headphones have plenty of bass, a lot of bass actually, in my eyes. And what I enjoy about this headphone quite a bit is the bass is very controlled. It only comes when it needs to. It only, I guess I'm not wording it right. So the only way when it presents itself is when the song asks for it. So if you're looking, if you're listening something, with a lot of treble, you might expect, hey, the bass is missing, but if it has some bass notes in there, the bass will come right away, and it will disappear very quick as well. So I guess you can say the attack and speed of the bass is very, very, very well with this headphone. Again, they're not the bassiest headphones. There's some closed back headphones that have tons of bass, obviously, but for an open back headphones, these headphones have excellent bass. Excellent bass. In my eyes, I don't think they lack bass. However, one thing, as I was explaining before, that these headphones do need proper amplification to sound their best. If I run this headphone with that amp there, the bass, actually the whole sound body is not as of a good. It's not as good as this unit here, the IFI unit. So give them power, and they will be happy. You know, I think this is an excellent product from Hifiman. I will be reviewing the Odyssey LCD X shortly as well. So and again, I mean, it's hard to find the perfect headphones, so I think it's good to have a couple of different headphones for different type of music listening, or just for the heck of it, you know, comparing. If you like audio, um, just like people who enjoy cars, they have more than one car because they like one thing better than the other. So just like headphones, you know, if you like audio, I'm not an audiophile because a lot of audiophile stuff is, you know, kind of bullshit. You know, it's not based on any real physics or any real electrical engineering principles. You know, it's just, hey, it seems like placebo effects for, you know, in my eyes, but whatever. But if you love audio, it's good to have more than one headphone because there are things that are enjoyable for each unit. All right, thank you guys.